physician in attendance at ringside this evening is Dr. Frank S. Folk, along with his two fine colleagues, Dr. Billy Lathan and Dr. Richard Estrico. The judges for this title bout, Larry O'Connell from England, Bob Logus of Belgium, and Sid Nathan of England. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled 12-round junior lightweight title bout, referee Richard Steele of the state of Nevada. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing the red trunks with the white trim. He tipped in at 128 3/4 pounds. This gentleman has 27 wins, 6 losses with 14 knockouts. A native of Guayama, Puerto Rico, and now residing in Brooklyn, New York, and the former World Boxing Council featherweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Juan Porte. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the blue trunks with the gold trim. He weighed in at an even 129 pounds. This young man is undefeated in 51 professional bouts with 45 knockouts. All the way from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. Boxing fans, here is the champion, Julio Cesar Chavez.
All right, so Richard Steele calls him to the center of the ring.
Okay, I gave both fighters their instructions in the dressing room. I would like to caution them now to obey my commands at all times. Is there any questions? Shake hands and good luck.
All right, we're all set to go. This is a 12-round WBC World Super Featherweight Championship. Julio Cesar Chavez and Juan Laporte. You see the tail of the tape there for a second, and the height difference, a couple of inches in advantage to Julio Cesar Chavez. He weighs a quarter pound less. He's 3 years younger, and he's giving away an inch and a half in reach. Juan Laporte, the former featherweight champion of the world. Don't hold it. He's had 6 world title fights. Losses include Salvador Sanchez, Eusebio Pedroza, and he lost his WBC featherweight title to Wilfredo Gomez in March of '84. He retained the title twice after defeating Mario Miranda in September of '82 by defeating Johnny De La Rosa and Ruben Castillo. Julio Cesar Chavez, 50-0, 45 knockouts. This is his 9th title defense. He's winning his title back in September of 1984. Started fighting at age 16, had 15 amateur fights, then turned pro. He's a good one. He's a great one, a great little champion. This is the 130-pound limit, super featherweight, a junior lightweight championship. 2 excellent boxers, and you have to say that Chavez is a pretty good puncher when he has 45 KOs to his record. Laporte, with 27 wins, has only 14 knockouts, but an excellent boxer as well. So the pride of Puerto Rico and Laporte, and the pride of Caljucan, Mexico, and Julio Cesar Chavez. Chavez in the blue trunks, Juan Laporte in the red trunks. This fight is sanctioned by the World Boxing Council and the New York State Athletic Commission. 10-point must-scoring system, meaning the winner of the round gets 10 points, the loser 9 or less. The 3 knockdown rule has been waived for this title fight. The fighter must get up following a low blow, or he may be counted out. There's a mandatory 8-count following knockdowns, and a fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the final round, when of course the bell signifies the end of the fight. Scoring done by 3 judges. The referee has no say. And of an even first round, a difficult round to score. Laporte seems to be trying to go to the body with the left hook. Richard Steele warns him about pushing. It's Laporte in the red trunks. Julio Cesar Chavez in the blue and gold. fighters trade jabs. Chavez gets through with the right-hand lead, and Laporte tries to bounce a few shots off him and nails him with the right hand. Right-hand lead by Laporte. Chavez is so sneaky inside. He's so quick inside. Very even first round. Corner of Juan Laporte. That's Emil Griffith. Also Carlos Espada in there. Let's listen.
Give me the Vaseline, Victor.
Watch this. You see the uppercut by Chavez, the right hand answered by Juan Laporte. Same thing, another angle of it. Bang, that right hand. So Laporte looked like he got through with the heavier blows. It's Emil Griffith working on Juan Laporte. Coming up to round number 2, I'm Bob Sheridan. Glad that you can be with us. The dynamic duo presenting this of Butch King and, of course, Don King. Juan Laporte in the red trunks, Julio Cesar Chavez in the blue and gold. This is round 2. Nice uppercut scored by Laporte. Laporte does such a great job of recovering after he throws that right hand. Most guys, if they throw a real strong right hand, they're kind of left with their chin hanging out, and that's not the case with Laporte. Laporte forcing the fight right now. And as I say that, Chavez comes at him. And again, Richard Steele, the third man in the ring, warns Laporte, who looks much stronger than Julio Cesar Chavez. Actually, Chavez is a quarter-pound heavier than is Laporte. Laporte, no stranger to world title fights, and certainly now Julio Cesar Chavez in his 10th world title fight. This is his 9th title defense. Left hook scores. Richard Steele warning Laporte about keeping the punches up. Chavez bounces the left off the head.
Don't hold it, don't hold it.
Past the midway mark in round 2. Difficult fight to score thus far. First round, frankly, dead even. Both guys have showed flashes at different times in the fight. Inside, it seems like Chavez does the scoring, and when they back off a bit, it seems like Laporte does the scoring.
Put your head.
Judges doing the scoring, and if the fight continues the way this is going, an excellent boxing match, it's going to be really tough to score. We've got to look for the fine things to see who's getting the edge here, at least in these first 2 rounds. At this stage, it looks like Chavez is getting the best of round number 2, and as I say that, Laporte answers with a couple of good shots. A good round for Chavez. All right, as we look at the tail of the tape, you see that Julio Cesar Chavez is a couple of inches taller, which is probably the most important thing. There's only a quarter-pound difference in weight. The age really no factor because they're both in their prime, although you see that Julio Cesar Chavez is 3 years younger. And the reach difference, 1.5 inches in favor of Juan Laporte. So a very even couple of guys here with the exception of the height. And thus far, it doesn't seem like Julio Cesar Chavez has taken advantage of the height advantage whatsoever. And Juan Laporte, you would think, would have more experience, but he doesn't have as many fights with his 27 years as does Julio Cesar Chavez at 24. So you can throw the tail of the tape out. These guys are pretty evenly matched right down the line, with the exception of the height. All right, here we go with round number 3. Laporte gets the first one through. I thought Chavez may have won that second round by the fact that he landed more punches. Laporte may have landed heavier blows, so that's a very subjective way that different officials may score that round. I thought round 1 was dead even. Real good right hand by Laporte. Laporte a little bit puffy beneath the left eye. Both fighters in magnificent shape in this fight. Both fighters real good pros. Well, the first minute of this round has been won by Laporte.
Watch your head.
Both of these fighters can hit with both hands. And you see Laporte doing just what I said. I think that it's clear Laporte has won the second minute of this round. And then he's nailed with a right hand that really caught him off balance. He was kind of doing a little bit of dip to try and slip a punch, and he get bounced right in the head by Chavez. I mentioned that scoring by minutes so you can see the difficulty that judges might be having in scoring this fight, because it's very, very close. Both guys are so slick. They can do so many things so well. But thus far in the round, I think Laporte is a clear winner of this round, as I thought Chavez won the last round. But it's so difficult to score when you get such excellent boxers and nothing really big happening, but both guys landing different punches at different times. Again, the only mark on the face of Laporte is a mouse beneath the left eye, and Chavez has a cut like on the bridge of his nose, or maybe just an abrasion. Round 3 by the boards. Good round for Juan Laporte. Again, as we look into the corner now of Julio Cesar Chavez, you take a look at his record. So far this year, in March, he retained his title against Roberto Lindo. In May, against Faustino Barrios in Paris. He defeated Refugio Rojas. As we take a look at the eye of Juan Laporte.
No, you're good there now. You're getting weak. You're good out there.
And we'll show you how it happened. And that one really didn't show too much of how that happened. But it's showing you a little bit how Chavez's abrasion across his nose occurred. Also in June of this year, Chavez defeated Refugio Rojas. Rocky Lockridge in August was his victim. So he's had a real good year, defending his title 4 times. He defended it 4 times last year as well. Against Johnny Bumpus, Dwight Pratchett, Roger Mayweather, Ruben Castillo. He also knocked out Manny Hernandez in an untitled fight. This is round 4, scheduled for 12. At stake, the WBC World Super Featherweight Championship. Juan Laporte in the red trunks, and the champion Julio Cesar Chavez in the blue and gold trunks. Laporte, of course, the former featherweight champion of the world, who lost his title to Wilfredo Gomez in March of 1984. It was a 12-round decision. I thought the first round was too even to call. I thought Chavez won the second round. I thought Laporte won the third round. And now Richard Steele gives another warning. This round, both guys seem to be cruising a little bit more. Maybe trying to get a second win. Good shot by Chavez in the midsection. Nice combination by Laporte. As I look closer at that nose of Julio Cesar Chavez, it looks to be just an abrasion across the bridge of his nose. Laporte's got a nice mouse coming up underneath that left eye. It could be a factor later on. Laporte got the best of that combination inside. Chavez is so under control, and his punches are so crisp. And he's such a disciplined boxer. Does a nice job slipping on what could have been a knockout punch by Laporte. Just stays right out of the reach of him. Knows about positioning, knows about timing, knows about slipping those punches. Chavez a great little champion. Laporte a great challenger. And a former featherweight champion.
Don't push, don't push.
Move your hands, sir. Move your hands there, brother. Put your hand there.
Wanting Laporte about his elbow. Another very, very close round, a difficult round to score.
What are we doing?
All right, we're looking in the corner now. Juan Laporte. Let's listen.
I want to drop the right hand in his chest. But show the right hand, grab the right hand, and walk after it. And then still, don't lose confidence. You're doing good. You're doing very good. Well, you're doing very good.
All right, we show you this replay. Laporte working downstairs. And then Chavez comes up and nails him with a left hook, and he takes a right hand himself. But notice the way his body was moving away. His body started to move. That's what I was talking about when I say he does such an excellent job of slipping punches, moving away, knows exactly where he is, positioning his feet and body at all times, so he doesn't take the full brunt of punches. As I mentioned, Laporte in the early going looks stronger as we come up to round 5. Bob Sheridan coming to you live from Madison Square Garden in New York City. Ooh, a right hand scored that time. Again, his head was moving away, so he didn't take the full brunt of it.
Watch your head, watch your head.
Richard Steele, the referee, warns them out watching their heads. That punch thrown by Laporte, you know, looked really, really heavy. But again, Chavez had the head moving away, trying to get away from the power of it, and he was able to do it, because if that had caught him flush, he'd have gone down. Nice left hook of his own scores. I think that's what Chavez has got to do, is throw more right hands. He's got a nice bruise underneath that left eye of Juan Laporte. He's such a patient, disciplined fighter. He can seemingly do whatever he wants to do at any time. He pokes in between the gloves that time of Laporte. Laporte looks almost frustrated that he can't knock this guy down. And you heard Emil Griffith say in between rounds, don't lose confidence, don't lose confidence. You're doing fine. And he is doing fine. It's a very close fight. Again, while it looks like Chavez is scoring more punches, Laporte is scoring heavier punches. Julio Cesar Chavez has plenty of respect for Laporte. Chavez will jab with that left or lead with the right hand. He do so many things. He attacks the body, comes back upstairs. And Laporte, another one of those fine Puerto Rican fighters. And so many good ones down there. See Carlos Sugar de Leon, the cruiserweight champion of the world, sitting over here in the crowd. Wanted me to say hello to all the people down in Puerto Rico that I know are watching. Inside of 15 seconds to go in the round. About you people watching around the world, I know in Mexico it's a little bit easier for you to score for Chavez as it is in Puerto Rico to score for Juan Laporte, but trying to be objective here, I hate to give even rounds in scoring, and I find the first, the fourth, and the fifth even rounds with Chavez winning the second and Laporte winning the third. I've got a dead even fight to hear.
Back with the left hook. You hear me? When you throw the right hand, come back with your left hook.
That's Emil Griffith talking to Juan Laporte.
When you throw the right hand, come back with your left hook. Do it. Come on, baby.
Show him that right hand and then hook off it hard.
All right?
All right, this is round number 6. Getting into the area now where conditioning can begin to show, but both of these fellows have been the distance so many times. Actually, Chavez with the distance in his last title defense against Rocky Lockridge, but hadn't been the distance in a long time since then. 7 rounds against Refugio Rojas, 5 against Barrios, 2 against Lindo, 5 against Johnny Bumpus, 12 against Dwight Pratchett, and that goes back to September of '85. Be a better round so far for Julio Cesar Chavez. Have to say he won the first minute of that round. Now Laporte answers right back. Maybe he heard me. Didn't like what he heard. Right-hand lead by Chavez, followed by the uppercut. Laporte better get busy. He's going to lose this round. Past the midway mark in round 6. There's the first sign of fatigue and first sign of punishment. When you see a guy start to hang on, it's the first time either guy has tried to hang on in a fight. To say Cesar Chavez won the second minute of round 6 as well as the first. Let's see if Laporte can pick up the pace a little bit. So far this is the first clear round since I thought Laporte won the third round. A good round for Julio Cesar Chavez thus far. About 40 seconds to go. Can Laporte salvage the round? He better get busy. Chavez better get off the ropes too, or Laporte will tag him.
Punch and get out, punch and get out.
Cesar Chavez. Chavez starts to answer back, but it all comes in a flurry at the end. Chavez was fined a couple of $100 today for being late for the weigh-in today. But it doesn't seem to affect his attitude in the fight at all. That was the first real clear round that either fighter has won. I thought that Chavez definitely won that round 10-9. Kind of a lackluster round for Laporte. Laporte finished strong in the round, but not enough to win the round. So Chavez wins 2 and 6. We get Laporte winning 3, and I hate to say it, but I've got the rest of them even. I had the fight dead even going to the 6th round, and Chavez clearly winning the 6th, so only a point separates. Look at this flurry here at the end of the round. Not really indicative of what happened in most of the round, and then the bell sounds here as Richard Steele steps in. But that flurry wouldn't win the round for Laporte. A point separates this fight one way or the other. Very, very close as we go to the second half. This is round number 7. Let's see if Chavez can keep on the attack. Laporte lands the first 2, bouncing them off the chin of Julio Cesar Chavez. Those 2 punches short, as was that one by Chavez. Laporte gets through with the right hand. He should have thrown that right hand instead of feigning with it. Again, Juan Laporte in the red trunks. Julio Cesar Chavez in the blue and gold trunks.
Great step.
Both fighters trading punches, but the heavier blows being landed now by Chavez. Earlier in the fight, I thought Laporte was landing the heavier blows, but it's Chavez doing the heavier scoring now. Laporte still seems to be stronger with the exception of that 6th round. It's another one of those very even rounds thus far. We're midway through it, past the midway mark, as you say. Laporte's had that puffiness below the left eye since the 2nd round. Nice right hand, and now Richard Steele moves in and warns him about keeping his hands up. Richard Steele, one of the best referees in the world today, refereeing this fight. He's done many championship fights. Hails from Las Vegas, Nevada, where they have so many great referees.
Don't hold on, break.
Blood coming from the nose now of Laporte. Oh, good right hand landed by Laporte. Running out of time now in round number 7. Another difficult round to score because it seems as though Julio Cesar Chavez landed so many more punches, but then towards the closing 20 seconds of the round, Laporte wrapped him a couple of real good times. So again, it's very subjective as to how different judges see a fight and their philosophy in scoring as to how that round would be scored. I personally would still give it to Chavez because I think that he landed so many more punches during the fight that I think he forced it. Other judges could have given it to Laporte.
Cuando oigas el sonido de levantar el ring, Él trata de tirar más golpes todo el tiempo.
O sea, son 10 segundos para ti.
¿Ah, sí? Sí.
Cuando oigas son 10 segundos.
Sí.
Ramon Felix. And across the way, Juan Laporte. Still has that puffiness beneath the left eye and to the side of the left eye, but his eyes wide open. Coming from the top right, Juan Laporte. Laporte in the red, Julio Cesar Chavez in the blue and gold, and a very close fight so far. Again, round number 8, scheduled for 12. And again, we're in the area where conditioning begins to tell its toll. Both fighters seem very fresh, plenty of elasticity in the knees, plenty of bounce in those legs. Nice uppercut scored, good body punches scored by Chavez. Porte's got to get a little bit busier. He's going to have some of these rounds taken away from him. Chavez looks the fresher of the two at this stage.
Don't hold on. Work it down. Let him go. Don't push.
Chavez's face really looks unmarked, with the exception of a little abrasion across the nose, which happened back around the second and third round. Chavez so totally under control all the time. Went to throw a punch, wasn't in position for it, stopped immediately. If you take a look at the two fighters, you have to say Chavez is winning the fight.
Keep him up. Don't push. Don't push. Keep him up. Punch or get out.
Minute to go in the round. Boy, if you like boxing, you're going to love this fight. Two excellent boxers going at it.
Oh, right. Step back, step back.
Chavez works the body so well with the uppercuts. That left hand so damaging. It scored so many times.
Watch your head.
Now Richard Steele warns them about watching their heads. Porte won't be backed up against the ropes. When he gets backed up, he comes right off. Chavez tries to walk him towards it. And you notice each time there's a break, Laporte goes behind the referee. Nailed him with the right hand and a left hand. Porte has a tendency to set a guy's face up with his elbow, and Richard Steele right on top of it. Big finish to round number 8.
Is the water?
Big finish to round number 8. In the corner of Juan Laporte.
We hold one out. Come in, Doc. Hold up. Hold up.
To dry those gloves, please. It's very important.
Listen, hey. Move back. Sit back. Sit back. Don't lean back. Don't lean back. Just sit
Ya lo
down.
tenemos.
Move back further. Lean his back up there.
Okay. Quedando round nada más. Vivo.
Mucho cuidado con el lunes.
All right, we're coming up to round number 9. Again, scheduled for 12 at stake, the WBC World Super Featherweight Championship. Juan Laporte in the red trunks, Julio Cesar Chavez in the blue trunks. Chavez again looks to me to be the fresher of the two fighters in a very even fight thus far. Chavez taking command of the first minute of this round. Both of these fellas are in great condition. It looks like Richard Steele is taking 1 point away. Taking 1 point away for low blow. All right, that'll probably cost Chavez the round. Unintentional, but nonetheless, he warned him about it before. And I think an excellent way to stop a series of low blows. Even though they're unintentional, as in the Cooney Holmes fight, remember, they're still a foul. And they should be taking points away. Richard Steele did that, and I think an excellent call by Steele. Now watch Chavez, who will have to really hustle to win this round. He really can't win it unless he knocks the guy down. The best he can do is hope for an even round here. And again, Richard says, keep him up, keep him up.
Once you get out, punch down, boot feet.
About 30 seconds to go in the round. Oh, Laporte nailed him with the right hand. Didn't take much of an effect. Chavez tries to fight back gamely. Now what do you do in the ninth round? How do the judges score that? If you saw the round even 10-10, then you have to score it 10-9 in favor of Laporte.
Go ahead, Andy.
If you saw it 10-9 in favor of Chavez, then you score it 9-9 because you take the point away from Chavez. I thought it was a very even round, and so I would score 10-9 in favor of Laporte based on the fact that Chavez had the point taken away. When you take a look at the wide shot here, Madison Square Garden, New York City, the site. And don't forget, coming up, the World Heavyweight Championship featuring Tim Witherspoon and James Bone Crusher Smith, and also Tyrell Biggs, the 1984 Olympic gold medalist in the super heavyweight division, against Ronaldo Snipes, a guy that came within a couple of seconds of wrestling the crown away from Larry Holmes in his prime. This is round 10 on a scheduled 12-round WEC World Super Featherweight Championship fight. I'm Bob Sheridan, glad that you can be with us. The dynamic duo bringing this fight to you, Juan Laporte and Julio Cesar Chavez. Chavez in the blue, Juan Laporte in the red. In what is a very, very even fight. Trickling from the nose again of Juan Laporte. Ooh, a good right hand, the best right hand by Chavez in a while. Laporte trying to fight back gamely now. He was really tagged by that right hand. I've only got a point separating the two fighters. I've got it scored Chavez 88, Laporte 87. Chavez to lose that point in the ninth round could hurt him a lot, depending on how the judges see the fight. Remember, my scoring is only an indication of the way I see it. Try and help you folks at home have an idea of the way it might be going. But this one's very, very close. I know the people in Puerto Rico have Laporte ahead, and all you people in Mexico have the man that's doing the damage right now, Chavez, ahead. Laporte looks the worse for wear. He's had a bloody nose throughout most of the fight. Pretty good puffiness below the left eye throughout the fight. Chavez visibly unmarked except for a little abrasion across the bridge of his nose. Laporte in the early going looked like he was throwing stronger punches. Good right hand caught Chavez that time, but not flush. Nice right hand caught him flush that time, though, but it doesn't back Chavez up. It ignites him.
Step back to him. Step back.
If you like boxing, you're going to love this fight because I'm going to tell you, these two fellas are really pros when it comes to boxing. Very difficult round to score. Both fellas showed flashes of greatness in that round.
Sonny, we need the 2 last rounds to win this fight. We got 2 rounds to go, baby. We got to win them both.
2 rounds to work for me.
One in my back. Okay, you got it. You got it.
2 rounds to work for me. You know what I mean?
It's Emil Griffin talking to Juan Laporte. Let's listen.
But you have moving hands.
Win these 2 rounds, Tony. You walk out here the champion.
Okay? Come on.
Dry his gloves, Victor.
Come on.
Want them punches sharp.
Okay.
You know, the 130-pound limit, the junior lightweight and super featherweight division. Alfredo Lynn from Panama is the WBA champ. The WBC champ goes to Chavez of Mexico. And Barry Michael of Australia is the International Boxing Federation champion at this weight. And I know you folks down there in Australia are enjoying watching this one. Your man will be facing one of these two guys very shortly. This is round 11, again scheduled for 12. The distance of WBC championship fights. Later on, we have a WBA heavyweight championship fight. Tim Witherspoon and Bone Crusher Smith, which is scheduled for 15. Julio Cesar Chavez in the blue trunks, Juan Laporte in the red trunks, in a very even fight. When Laporte hits Chavez, it seems to ignite him and get him more aggressive. Blood starts to trickle from the nostrils of Juan Laporte once again. His face really kind of a mess because he's got that puffiness below the left eye. Right hand right on that nose again. When you look in Chavez's eyes, you can see he wants to hit that eye, and he just nailed it again with the right hand. Chavez just unbelievably under control in a fight. Even when he gets hit, he seems to be under control. No wasted motion, no wasted movement. Great accuracy of punches. Does a great job slipping punches. Laporte getting hit quite a bit more now than he was in the early going of the fight. But each time I say that, Laporte will land a heavy punch, and then you wonder how the officials may be scoring this fight. Again, 3 international judges doing the scoring. Crowd coming to life as you see the action here. It's like Laporte getting the best of it. These guys are in magnificent shape. The punches they're throwing in this, the 11th round. You talk about can conditioned athletes. These two are the epitome of what a professional athlete should be. Tremendous physical shape. Have this kind of energy this late in the fight. While it hasn't been this fast and furious, they've thrown a lot of punches throughout. Big, big, big 11th round for both fighters. I think I probably should mention to you the fact that because the fight is so close and Laporte may have won that 11th round, which would make the fight dead even going to the 12th round. If, in fact, there is a draw, the champion retains the title. And you should know that now. And again, you've heard it so many times, a guy must clearly win to win a championship away from a champion. But when you have the scorecards the way they're collected, that really doesn't make sense at all, because if somebody or two guys see Laporte winning the fight, then he wins it, no matter how close it is.
Come on, baby. Get the bucket out, Victor. This is the one for you, Tony. For you. For you, Tony. For you.
I've got it scored 107-107. Dead even going to the 12th and final round. This should be a war. Big part of Laporte turning things around was back in the 9th round when Chavez had a point taken away from him. Oh, big right hand by Laporte. Porte looks like he's trying to load up with that right hand. Crowd really enjoying this one. And believe me, again, if you enjoyed boxing, you gotta love this fight. You just don't see two guys with this kind of ability and this kind of conditioning too often go at it this hard and so evenly. This is the type of fight you hate to see either guy lose, because both of them have fought their heart out. Laporte looks like the beaten fighter by the looks of his face, but that isn't how fights are scored. Neither fighter has been down. Neither fighter visibly shaken throughout the fight. Neither fighter has been wobbled or at any time during the fight in any kind of trouble. Again, it's been a lot like this throughout. Chavez landing a lot of punches. Laporte landing some of the heavier blows in the fight. But the face of Juan Laporte looking worse for the wear. Another good right hand landed by Laporte. Chavez answers right back. Laporte looks more fatigued right now. Inside of a minute to go in the fight. Chavez able to back Laporte to the ropes. Inside of 20 seconds now. Blood streaming from the nose of Laporte. There'll be no knockout. What a great finish to a super fight. What a great fight that was. Two fighters fought their hearts out. I can't tell you the winner of this fight. I've got it scored dead even, 117-117. If that were the case by the judges, that would mean a draw and the champion would retain his title.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it one more time.
The people, as you can see, in the floor of Madison Square Garden on their feet. And as well they should be. These two guys, finely conditioned machines, came in here and battled their hearts out. A super, super fight to watch. Again, unofficially, I have it scored 117-117. But we'll have to wait and see how the judges see it. A very, very close fight. I had 6 rounds that I scored even, and very, very rarely do I score even rounds. I've always made the comment when people ask me, you know, judges are here to score the tough rounds. The people sitting at home watching television can score the easy ones as I can. But there were 6 rounds where I really couldn't make up my mind. So all I can tell you, in that case, I got to be fair with myself and score it even though I don't like to. That's the way I saw them. 117-117, I have it. The 3 judges will do the official scoring, though, and maybe they can come to a better decision than I did. We'll wait. If you look at the 2 fighters, Chavez looks the fresher. Laporte's face is a little beaten up, but that doesn't really mean anything. Ed Darian collecting the scorecards. And we're just waiting for him to collect the scorecards and total them up finally over there with one of the state inspectors. And of course, this under the sanctioning of the World Boxing Council. So there's a World Boxing Council official over there. And now let's try to get up to our ring announcer, Ed Darian, and get the scoring of this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for these 2 young men. And now the scoring by points as follows. Judge Larry O'Connell of England observed the fight 115-114. Judge Bob Logist of Belgium, he observed it 114-113. And Judge Sid Nathan of England, he scored it 117-112 for the winner by unanimous decision for his 52nd straight win in as many pro bouts, and still the World Boxing Council Junior Lightweight Champion, Julio Cesar Chavez.
Well, I don't think the crowd is booing Julio Cesar Chavez so much as that they really hated to see it so unanimously. Actually, there's only a couple of points, 115, 114, 114, 113 by 2 of the judges. And one of the judges, I don't know what fight he was watching, had at 117, 112. That means he had 5 rounds. Of course, I had 6 even rounds, so maybe he made a decision on those. And if he did, he obviously made him in favor of Julio Cesar Chavez. I had it dead even. 2 judges had it 1 point differently for Julio Cesar Chavez. So Julio Cesar Chavez retains the WBC World Super Featherweight Championship by defeating Juan Laporte.